Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connector. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. As we are here, people, to talk about what is a done deal. As you can see on the title, who knew Arsenal needed to strengthen? Who knew that Arsenal needed to strengthen in the position that they've decided to start their summer transfer, actually strengthening that position? Because when you look at it, when you really think about it, it doesn't really make sense. But we're gonna be here to try to make sense about it. And I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching us from and click the like button and subscribe to the Connect. This is the transfer roundup. Let's get into the rumors and the done deals that we have gotten this past 3 days. It's gonna be exciting. So let's get into it. So last season, Arsenal, I think they gave up one of the best challenges into the Premier League. They really showed why they needed to be respected. They really showed to people why it was important that they are recognized as title challengers, the team that can actually do something. They fought to the very end with everything that they had. They gave it their all in terms of fighting for the title until to the end of the season. But yet you would think that with what they actually did this summer, you would really think that, okay, the position that Arsenal might have to really work on coming to the next season is actually improving up forward. But this team just goes after a season that they just finished, having only conceded around 29 shots. 29 goals. That's what the goals that were scored the entire season. Saliba, whoever Kivio, sometimes Zinchenko and Gabriel, as well as Ben White, they've been a solid partnership in terms of everything that happens, in terms of helping up the teams. Yet, we are here to talk about the done deal. And here we go. That Arsenal just signed Riccardo Calafiori. The question you have to ask, what exactly is the purpose of this? Why did they have to go and sign a player who, when you really look at it in the terms of everything, the way they're standing, they don't really need to. They don't really need to come and sign a player like him because they are already strong. They have an attacking strength that can go in the middle in the Zinchenko. They also have some people when they want defensive in a Kivio who can come in. Gerald Timber is fit after an ACL injury he suffered last season. He's fit. Do they need to make a signing? What makes Calafiori an important signing? The reason why Mikel Arteta will be like to his team, okay, I know we want to do other things. We need to get this guy. What exactly does he do? What does he offer which gives him, which makes a manager change his mind? Because to be honest, when you really think of it, it doesn't make sense. I thought they were going to be running for a strike or something, but maybe you as Arsenal fans might actually make me know in the comment section. Before we go in, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know what your thoughts are with Riccardo Calafiori, who's coming to Arsenal. So look at this. I want to show you something here. Look at this. This is the guy that Arsenal have signed, and I want you to look at something when I'm in Opta here. Look at what he offers. Look at what he offers. Chance created, yes, 71. Look at dribbled attempts, touches. Here, this is defensive action. This is interesting. This is, by the way, I'm not talking about anything. This is template. Riccardo Calafiori. This is the template. Goals, shots, touches, area duels, position one. So he is, as much as people are going to be calling this guy a left back, he is way more than that. They're going to be calling him a defender. He is way more than that. And we saw it in the Italian game which we were watching, where, by the way, he ran straight off, going, and he passed so many people, made an amazing pass, and that was the goal that actually brought Italy into the game, I think, if I remember so well. So the question that you have to be asking when you're looking at this player, as a player like this, exactly what is Arsenal trying to achieve? Because everything we are seeing here, everything we are being shown here by Opta, it looks like they don't really need this player. It looks like everything is done, but I think the reason why they signed this player, the reason why they wanted him, it's because they want to improve on their left side. They want to have somebody that they can rely on. They want to have somebody that they can believe can help the team to go forward. They want to have somebody who can offer more in terms of actually being doing more, much more on that side that he runs on. And Riccardo Calafiori is exactly the man that Arsenal really need, because when you look at exactly what he's going to be offering, this is exactly what he's going to be offering. This is exactly what he's going to be giving this team, and they need him to be 100% in terms of what will be happening. And I think it's going to really be important to how Arsenal approach this season, to how Arsenal actually go with whatever that will be happening. Because let me show you something, and I think this is really very important and pivotal when you are doing the analysis of this player. What exactly does he offer when you may be asking questions? Well, there's something that I'm going to show you which is going to shock you. Look, for somebody who's really crowned by Thiago Monte as one of as a defender, as whatever that he offers, this is what makes him different from so many players. Look at how many times he has played as a defender. 94%, but he was not playing at that position. If you were watching this team that he has been playing for last season, he was playing somebody who actually covers more in terms of going forward than what you're seeing here. And it is even given more better with Opta when they give something like this. Look at John Stones' touches for Manchester City, and look at Riccardo Calafiori. Look at his movement. He's more like a left back more than actually a center back, because he moves around this position. He makes sure that he is actually implementing and causing chaos in that position, so that when he goes forward, it gives him more. And that's why I believe Arsenal wanted this player. They needed a guy that they can trust, like what Mikel Arteta has been able to do with a Ben White, somebody who can go forward and actually cause chaos going forward. This is exactly what they needed. They needed a player who they can believe and trust that when he goes forward, he will offer exactly what they need. And I'm sure with Mikel Arteta's coaching, giving him time, working on him, he will make him one of the best, if not even the best, in terms of how he's going to be implementing and how much he's going to be actually be offering more going forward. So the question that you might ask, why did this team sign this player rather than to look for somebody like a striker or something? Why did Arsenal have to go for this player? Because Mikel Arteta needs somebody who's defensive minded, yet very, very good going forward. And to my action and to what I'm learning, I think this is the best deal that he could have done. And I just wonder, this guy, as much as he can be a threat going forward, he's still a defender after all. How many goals do you think any team will be able to score against Arsenal? That's a question I'm going to ask you in the comment section. There's a comment that just came here from MJ Marshall. He said, David Ornstein exclusive. Smith Rowe close to Fulham for 35 million, deal close to completion. That's an interesting one because, of course, they are looking to get players out to Arsenal, and I'll talk about the Smith Rowe situation. But one thing I can tell you, Arsenal are trying to create a team, and they need to have some positions where they're going to be working so hard to cover and try by all means to have the right players who actually will be offering what they need in the team, and as they go forward. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting one. So as you analyze this, we're going to get to know more about this guy, because as much as I'm talking about what he has been doing in Italy, he is coming to the Premier League. And one thing about the Premier League, you might think that you have an idea of what you're going to be dealing with. It's never like that. And that's one thing that Riccardo Calafiori, as he's coming to the Premier League, he has to be ready for. He's going to be challenged. He's going to be dealing with so many physical wingers that he'll be going through, and he has to be ready for that. But according to Fabrizio Ramon, according to David Ornstein, this is a here we go. This player looks like it is done for him. He will be an Arsenal player, and I cannot wait to see what he'll be offering going there. This is what of course, Fabrizio Ramon had to say, talking about him. He said that Arsenal, as we speak right now, Arsenal and Bolanga, or this is Burunga, and Arsenal are here. I have started to exchange documents right now is also as well as Bologna and Basel. Remember, there was a sell-on clause, and I think they will be benefiting from this. Calafiori will sign a 5-year deal, no option for no option, I think, to extend another one. I think that's what it means. Or any option to, I think that's what they mean. But a 4 million net medical in USA, and it's a done deal. Story confirmed, because of course he has to travel to go to USA where the team is already at, as they prepare for their new season. I don't want to lie to you. I might say so much. I might try to tell you as much as you want to hear. This is a good deal by Arsenal. I feel like this will make this team really, really good in terms of how they're going to be approaching the season, in terms of exactly what they want to achieve, if they just make this defense solid. Because one thing that you have to remember, good strikers can win you matches, but a good defense can win you the league. And last season, Arsenal were not really that far. And we could all tell that their weakest link going to attack Arsenal, the only way you can hurt them, the only way you can have an idea of actually taking advantage of this team, is to attack them from that position, which is the left back. And now they've brought this player. I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. I'm telling you, people, it's going to be exciting to see how this season is going to open up, like in everything that is going to be happening. There's a lot of things that is happening when it comes to transfers, and I'm here for it. And I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Where are you watching us from? And what do you think if you're an Arsenal fan? What do you think if you're a rival fan like I am? What do you think of this decision that Arsenal have made? What do you think, and how much of an impact will this transfer actually have in terms of the Premier League as a whole? How do they deal with it, and how exactly can they have, success? That's the only thing I can say, because everything are pointing into this guy being a good business for Mikel Arteta. Look what he did with Ben White. Whoever expected to see Ben White playing as a right back? This guy was playing as a defender for Brighton. Mikel Arteta took him, worked on him, and he has made him one of the lethal right back we have in the Premier League. He does his job to a team. Everything is asked for, defense as well as going forward. Maybe that's one of the reasons why it's difficult to actually break this Arsenal team to go behind them, because they just have a solid defense which can stop anything. Because this was an idea that came by Pep Guardiola. He's the one who introduced this, and we all know how much of an influence this has been. And I'm telling you, it all makes sense that we are seeing decisions like this being done. But it's not only that. Arsenal are also working on outgoing, and as well as you're seeing in this comment section that I've just been showing you, which I want to put on the screen right now, that there is a deal that Australia is being worked on right now as we speak. David Onstein is giving an exclusive that Smith Rowe is actually about to leave to go to Fulham. I haven't gone through that, but that's one of the deals that I'm being told here. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of this? Are you ready to lose Smith Rowe if you're an Arsenal fan? Because I remember when this kid came out, so many people believed that he was going to be the it guy. He was going to be the guy that really does so much in terms of how the whole entire thing was going to go like. But it looks like as Mikel Arteta develop his managerial skills, he's also developing the type of players, the type of people he needs around them. He needs winners. He lagged to win it last season because of things that the players he was missing. But also, that's not the only deal that is being done as well. Like I'm telling you, this other deal that is being done. So what we are being told here, if you have not been kept, this was actually reported earlier in the afternoon by Fabrizio Romano that Leicester have opened talks with Arsenal for the signing of Rio Nelson on a loan deal with an obligation to buy. And talks are over the financial terms with Arsenal. Leicester are confident that they will pursue Nelson and they'll bring him to, of course, King Power Stadium. I think that's how you call it. This is another deal for Arsenal. So like I'm telling you, they're not only working on the Calafiori deal, they're also working on outgoings, the players that they need to actually add into their team. They're working to make sure that they really let players who are actually not getting game time, because I feel like Rios Nelson is a good player, by the way, and I think he just needs the confidence. He needs the confidence, and to be honest, sometimes you have to admit it. Sometimes you won't get the game time you are looking for from a bigger club. So if he moves and he goes to a team that is like a Leicester, where of course I'm sure if he works so well, he will get the game time. He will be able to prove to the world what kind of a player he is, what he's capable of doing. And this is an opportunity for him to actually show the world exactly who he is. So I believe this will be done. And I believe this will help him as well to achieve more over whatever he's going to be doing. But also, there are some links as well and rumors when it comes to Arsenal, which we have been hearing so much and so much after the Calafiori deal. Look at it, the people that Arsenal are thinking of adding. Can somebody tell me what this club is trying to do? Can you tell me what Mikel Arteta is trying to do? Because I think he wants to destroy football as we know it. Because according to Standard Sport, they're saying Arsenal are interested in signing Nico Williams as well as Mikel Marino, but first competition from Barcelona for both Spanish international. So these are players who are so good. Here it improves the midfield. Here puts it's as much competition, which I actually feel like is needed for two players. One of them being the former Brighton player, as well as Gabriel. These guys are going to be in a competition. They need to prove themselves. So it's going to be interesting how they work up in terms of the decisions and how they actually get them done. But at this moment, these are the players that we're being told that Arsenal are working on as we speak. So there is a lot of things that is happening. And to be honest, for a change, there are going to be some stories that I actually cover for my club, Liverpool. So it's going to be interesting. So as we continue with this video, this was all the things that I needed to give you an update over the transfers that are happening when it comes to us now. Now, as we look at what's going to be happening here, what else is coming as we look at things that are going to be happening here. So let's get into it. So the other club that I need to keep you updated with is actually Liverpool. Liverpool is one of the two clubs in the Premier League that has not done any deal. That's scary. And if you watch the video that I dropped earlier on today, I even said that Liverpool actually have broken history for the past 28 years without including the COVID era. This team has been able to make sure that they do a transfer before this time. But they've broken a history which has not been broken for the past 28 years. For the first time, they haven't done any deal. So what I'm being told here in terms of the Liverpool situation and all the things that I'm being linked with, it's a lot, to be honest. When you really go deep into the Liverpool links, I'm getting tired to look at them. But this is what's being told as you read some stories. They're saying, sir, for sure, someone will ask for boarding. Sorry, that's not the story that I actually wanted to cover you. But let's start with this one. According to Dairo SA, Liverpool have actually intensified their effort in signing Takefusa Kubo, 23-year-old, and are now willing to pay the £50 million release clause. This time, the Reds are actually going strong for the Japanese winger. The problem with that story, by the way, which you are reading right now, is that nobody who is actually has credibility when it comes, no David Ornstein, nobody, not even Fabrizio Ramon has come in to confirm this to be true. These are some international reporters who are coming up with these stories, giving us all the things that they think could be happening when it comes to Liverpool. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. We need some serious movement. But there is something that is going to be making people happy. I think they are actually trying by means to push this story more as they are now starting to see things happening and they're starting to believe, which is that Trent Alexander-Arnold is very, very close. So according to the reports, Trent Alexander-Arnold will sign on a 300K per week deal until 2028. Scratch that. People are saying 2029. That's according to, is it Hedrick? With the deal for Trent Alexander would take him up to be until he's 29 or maybe 30, if it's 2029, according to what I'm being told. This is something that I think it actually holds a lot of credibility when it comes to some of the deals that are happening when it comes to Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks like he's the only player who might actually be signing a longer contract. And because, according to what I'm being told, Liverpool are working so hard to make sure that they keep their players. And to even give you more in depth in terms of, maybe you might not believe what I'm reading, according to the Sun, Sport, they're saying Trent Alexander-Arnold is committed to Liverpool, with the Reds hopefully that the 25-year-old right back will sign a new bumper contract, and interest from Real Madrid also will disappear because they have been all over them. So according to this, Liverpool are actually hoping that he signs, but also himself, Trent Alexander-Arnold, wants to sign a long contract with this Liverpool team. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because we need some movements. We need to see some things happening when it comes to Liverpool. And I'm hoping that we do see that. But these are some of the things that the Athletic was reporting today in the morning. They were saying that, sorry for that. They were actually saying that, I don't know if you can see this on the machine, but they were saying that, will Liverpool make signings this window? Yes. LFC arrives home to face Sevilla on the 4th of August. At this point, Slot will make an assessment of his squad, and he will have his full squad together, and it should be much clearer on the direction ahead. And according to this, business could happen before then. But if that's the option, when it arises, when they find a better option, they might do something. So what we're being told is this: the reason why we have not seen signings is because Arne Slot is trying to do his due diligence to see exactly the players that are with Liverpool and how much they help him to achieve what he wants to achieve. But he's not going to rush into just making signings to make people really enjoy or to be happy about this. He is going to take his time and make sure that when he does some signings, he actually does the right things. Because also, even Footy Insider reported this earlier on today, this afternoon. This was according to Footy Insider. This is what they had to say. They said the Liverpool are set for a late summer window signing busy. So it means the business will be busy at late summer. And that's saying the club are working on multiple deals to bring on a centre back, a winger, as well as a defensive midfielder before the window shuts. This is according to Footy Insider Job. That's what they believe. They are going to be working on this position so that they are ready. These are the three positions which we've been talking about. A winger. And the winger that we're talking about, we're not talking about a winger who's going to come and become a starter, but we need somebody who can develop to become the winger and understudy to Mo Salah, a guy who comes in and help out the team, carry the torch as we move away from the Egyptian king. Because even some of the Liverpool reporters, because usually most of the deals, whenever they're reported when it comes to Liverpool, the Liverpool reporters come so fast to come and shut them out. But this is what Ian Doe had to say sports. This is what he reported earlier on today in the afternoon. He said that Liverpool are scouting for a wild forward this summer. And it all indicates that they will be considering life after Salah, whether that will happen next season or the one after that. A succession plan will be required, and the recruitment team would rather be ahead of that particular curve, because they do believe that Mo Salah has been one of the best, if not the best player that Liverpool have ever signed in a long period of time. So what are they doing? They're trying to work to be exactly ahead of the curve to make sure that they get Mo Salah's replacement now. He becomes an understudy to Mo Salah, learns a bit, and actually help to see exactly where they go as a team to help them to be ready as they move forward. Because if they don't do that, I'm telling you, to be honest, if we don't do that, then we are in trouble. But that's what makes it even more interesting what we're being told by Food Insider, that we need a midfield. According to Ernest Slot, of course, he has seen Steven Pasitegi, he has already seen Wataru Endo's own training. Of course, not so much in terms of gameplay, but he has seen them as well. We have been told that he feels that the defensive position, like the center, so the DM position, is an important position which he feels that he needs the team to at least try by all means to feel it, because they need to be ready to do things as they go forward in terms of this transfers, in terms of everything that happens going into the new season. So don't be surprised that you might see Liverpool doing a signing of a DM. Don't be surprised. That could happen, and we could expect to see that happening as well. But also a defender. We need also an understudy to Virgil van Dijk. This guy is not getting any younger. He's growing old. But it's going to be interesting to see how they work around that and how they're going to do to make sure that we are ready for that. So there's not so much about talk when it comes to Chelsea, rather than that they are working so hard to get a goalkeeper, according to the reports that I saw today. But the main story that we might cover when it comes to Chelsea is this: Chelsea are working so hard, and this is really, really funny, people. Chelsea are working so hard to make sure that one of their academy kids gets away from the team. So according to Guardian Sports, Trevor Chalobah feels he is being forced out against his will, and after being left out of the preseason tour in United States, the defender is expected to assess his options before deciding whether to leave. This is according to Guardian Sport. The player feels like he's trying to be forced to leave the boyhood club, the club he has always known. Since 17, this guy has been playing for Chelsea, but they're working so hard to push him out, which I actually feel, when you think about it, it's actually not fair. Why do you have to push him out? Why do you want him to go? What has he done to you? Allow him to enjoy his time. Allow him to actually, get involved, get better at this, actually enjoy his time as a Chelsea player before you try to push him away, because it's not fair. That's what I feel. I feel like it's not fair. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of the stories that are happening as we move on to, Arsenal? No, to Manchester United, because this is one of the teams that has been busy when it comes to transfer window. They've signed, of course, Lenny Yoro. They've also signed Zeski. They are also not down in the transfer window, because we all know, of course, of the players that are also being worked on as well. We also know of who is it? The guy was at Paris Saint-Germain. We also know that he has to come to Manchester United. But we were also told that they are working on the outgoings. They have a couple of players that they need them to go so that they are ready for the new season. So just in Manchester United are encouraging offers for a number of senior players to fund further transfers in the transfer business this summer. Manchester United will consider Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Christian Eriksen, who are all have 1 year left in their contracts. Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Anthony, Jordan Sancho, who also are available for valuation if their valuation is met. These are all the players that they feel like they need to get them off their books. Manchester United, they want to be ready for the new season. To be honest, they are working so hard to make sure that they get the right players to come in and feature in and actually help out with what they want to achieve. So they're gonna make sure that Harry Maguire leaves. By the way, who actually could leave if the rumors are true? Because I heard that Leicester are also thinking that they can go back for their former defender, get him into the team, and help the team actually develop. We could see as well Aaron Wan-Bissaka going to Crystal Palace. There are some rumors that I'm being told that they might actually go for the player in the later stage of the window, but not info, not really left. I don't know if we have gotten enough to believe that could happen, but the one that looks like could actually happen fast, the visible one, is actually Sancho, who could leave to go to PSG, as PSG are interested in getting this player. So according to Leroy as well, this is the story which was reported. They said that Jadon Sancho developing Manchester United have been asking for around £40 million for Jadon Sancho, who has been linked with PSG and still consider offer in that region. Sancho will be offered to PSG and is being considered by the hierarchy at the French capital, and as he suits the profile of a player that they're looking for following the departure of Kylian Mbappe. So this is what we're being told by the same people, that Sancho is actually being considered. They feel like they can get this player, and this helps Manchester United so much, because getting Sancho off their books and being able to use that money to actually get a player who can do well in that position to put pressure on Marcus Rashford, that helps them to improve this team to go forward. The other player that I might have forgotten when I was talking about the departure is actually Anthony. Anthony has to leave. They need him out of their books. So it's going to be interesting to see how the business are going to be done with Manchester United. Of course, Ugarte is still the main that they're working on, but they're also not done. They still have defenders that they need to get into this team of Manchester United. And the story, as much as you think it's going away, it's not dying down. They need to sign Matthijs de Ligt. And according to what we have been just seeing, so far Manchester United are offering significantly less than the €40 million which is being asked for de Ligt by Bayern Munich. Bayern have rejected every offer so far. They are firm about not negotiating on this. Manchester United or another club have to pay at least €50 million plus bonuses payment. The leaked sale price is important. Internal issues the leaked sale price is an important internal issue. So this is some of the things that are still happening when it comes to Matthijs de Ligt. They have to find a way to get this done. United needs defenders. We cannot lie to us. We cannot say so much about it. They need defenders, and they're going to be working as much as they can to get as much as they are working. Remember, they still have Braithwaite that they're working on with Everton. They need him as well. But it's going to be interesting to see how they play out with this one. But I'm telling you, this is the one you need to keep an eye on, because they could develop very, very, very fast. As well as this one, if you have not been kept updated, according to two more, welcome. Sofia Amrabat wants to return to Manchester United. Florentina wants the situation sorted out quickly, so are ready to discuss payment, loan, or any discount transfer. So you can see that as much as the player wants to go, I think as well we can all agree this team, which we call Florentina, are tired. They are not going to be holding on a player who doesn't want to play for their team. They will make sure that he moves on so that they see what they can do with players who actually wants to feature into their teams and actually do something meaningful as they go forward. Hence, the situation we are being told over what's happening here. So that's some of the deals that are happening when it comes to Manchester United. The Ugarte deal still being the most important one, which I advise people to keep an eye on, as well as to see what's going to be happening. But the main deal of today, Calafiori is now an Arsenal player. That is very, very important. And it has to bring fear to any supporter of the rival teams. Arsenal mean business. And I believe with what Mikel Arteta is doing, this could be the time he will get that trophy. I do believe this could be the time that he actually gets over and get that trophy. So I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of the deals that Arsenal are doing? What do you think, and what do you see happening going forward? Do me a favor. Click the like button, always important. Subscribe to the Connect. Before I go, there's an interesting thing that I just want to show you here before we go anyway. That's not an excuse, that's just the fact. So Arne Slot prefers to always have a gunman in front of his team whenever he's playing. But there's the problem. There's no Darwin Núñez. There's no Diogo Jota. There is no Luis Diaz, as well as Jadon Dance on the LFC USA tour. So here are Liverpool's number 9 options: Mo Salah, Fabio Carvalho playing as a false 9, Luis Comas bringing his energy and using his body well hard and work drift aside, as well as Harvey Blair, another who's used to off on the wing but brought through as a striker and a super striker on the ball, regular clean contact as well as direct. It's going to be interesting what Liverpool actually do in this USA tour, because they don't have what they want, but the tour has to be done. Games have to be played. It's going to be exciting to see how things plays out, like people. But like I said, it's still going to be exciting to see how some of the things are moving on when it comes to the transfers that we are seeing here in the movements and everything that is happening. So do me a favor. If you have been with me for this long, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know where you're watching us from. I think that's very important than anything. Let me know what you're watching us from. And like I told you, that bomber, somebody reported it, and we are putting it on the screen. According to Fabrizio Ramon, sorry for that. According to David Ornstein, and that bomber has come. David Ornstein always comes with the bomb. And this is the bomb from David Ornstein, and this is what he's saying. And it's very important if you are watching it from anywhere. So this is what we're being told. Fulham are close to reaching an agreement with Arsenal to sign the midfielder Emil Smith-Rowe. This is according to David Ornstein. And I'm telling you, whenever Ornstein just report this, it's always going to be interesting. The other news that I've not told you, Moussa Diaby just came in and passed by. That's the only thing I can say. Moussa Diaby came in and passed by, as now he has joined El Hal, just left Villa after just 1 season. It's crazy when the Saudi money comes and hit people. It's crazy. People's heads goes upside down. So I don't know. Wherever you're watching us from, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think of Liverpool with Arsenal signing Riccardo Calafiori? I'm actually afraid of what they are doing, because I would think, when I'm being honest, I would think a team like Liverpool would go for somebody like Calafiori, because they actually need a defender who can actually help Matip left. Manchester United can also go for a Calafiori because they need a defender as well who can play on the left. Remember, Lenny Yoro plays on the right. But Arsenal goes and does that. And where do you think is going to play left back? Man, you got to respect Mikel Arteta. And you have to respect the Cronkies, by the way. I haven't had any Arsenal fan talks about this. You have to respect the Cronkies, because after getting 100% of your club, they are doing some serious business. This team has lived very stronger than it has looked in a long period of time. Whether you like some of the signings which have been done, you can always trust the process. And the process of Arsenal, as we speak right now, is that they are moving forward to become one of the scariest teams. If they are not already a scary team for your club, they are moving forward every single day to become one of the scariest teams to actually face in the Premier League. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. I will see you on another video. Remember, games are back. We are here going to be looking at some games. Remember, Man City lost to Celtic. There are games that are going to be played. I think Arsenal is playing against Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken, as well as I think I just saw that. Is it Chelsea? Is it Chelsea? Yeah, I think Chelsea is playing against Wrexham. Earlier later on in the morning today in America. It's going to be an exciting one. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section wherever you're watching us. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. We'll see you. We're out. Peace.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona,